Hello!
Gatorade studies the best athletes to make the world's #1 sports drink. You fuel us, we fuel you. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Yun! Buti na isingit namin yun. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. And welcome to Sports Locked and Loaded. Woohoo! Ako po ang inyong abang likod, Chicky Reyes po. And of course, ang aking butihing director, Direct Nick Earnshaw in the background. Making sure that we bring you good news on this Saturday evening. Nagsabado tayo ngayon. Sana po hindi nyo minasamayan. Ito po ang ating 12th episode for Season 2 and our 47th episode overall since Direk and I created Sports Locked and Loaded in May of 2020. And would like to thank all our sponsors. Maraming salamat po for always being with us throughout these months. Magdadalawang taon na next year ang Sports Locked and Loaded. And syempre, isa sa mga gusto namin pasalamatan, maliban dun sa lahat ng tumulong sa amin, yung hindi kami binitawan hanggang ngayon, Gatorade. Gatorade, maraming salamat po. Mr. Mikey Rosales, Miss Melay Javier, Miss Marcia Cruz Guillermo, maraming salamat po sa inyo for always believing in us. And Melay and Dom, congratulations ulit ha. Again, for the new baby, si baby Leah. I know you guys are gonna be good parents. And Gatorade, thank you really for believing in Sports Locked and Loaded. Reminders lang po dun sa aming mga viewers, sa mga bagong kakapanood lang po, please make sure that you fill up that comment box down there. Would like to hear from you guys. Coach Moyam. Oh, nice to see you again, Coach. Coach, usap tayo. Gawa tayong isa pang show. Na-miss kita dahil I think it would be nice to bring back running. Usap tayo ulit, Coach Moy, ha? One of the best coaches you'll ever meet sa mundo ng multisport. Nasa ano na yan, ha? Obstacle course na si Coach Moy. Ronnie Chope, my good friend. Nasa Pampanga to, alam ko. Hey Rons, salamat for always watching, ha? Comment ka lang dyan pag may gusto kang tanong kay sa guest natin. And of course, all the friends of the Magic. The Magic. Kasi yung tawag sa kanya nung high school naman eh. We'd like to hear from you guys. Make your presence felt. Comment kayo dyan. Shout out. Nasa Cavite pala si Ronnie. Thanks, Ron. We'll do shout outs for you guys. Also, ano ba? Like and share. Please, like and share nyo na rin po ito para po marami tayong matouch pa na mga fans po. Hindi lang nung ating guest, pati din po ng basketball world. Uy, Edu Conejero. Edu, thanks for watching. Barkada ko sa ito si Edu, kaibigan ni Juami. Thanks, Edu. Ito, barkada ko sa Tondo. Isa sa mga driver ng Tondo to, si Ayi Balunsay. Nasa Matabungkay ngayon tong aking mataling na kaibigan. Paring Ayi, maraming salamat. Ara Crisette San Agustin. Mamaya, papa-shoutout ko kayo kay Juami. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Okay, so, hintayin muna natin na pumasok yung mga viewers natin. As mentioned, Sports Locked and Loaded, it's chill lang tayo dito na show. Kita nyo, pati background music natin, relax lang. Have your favorite drink with you. Coffee, beer, kung may gusto nyo, beer, wine, snacks, and be with us. Roy Inabayan, thank you for being with us. Meleza Galicia. Uy, ang ganda naman. Pati, I'm sure sinishare mo siguro yan, Tama nga ba? Mukha, Thank you to all the people na nilagay ni Melissa there. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Mahay Relyamas. Ako na muna bumabati sa inyo, ha. Mamaya si Juami, magparamdam ulit kayo. For sure, he'd like to hear from you guys. So, have your drinks ready. Let's have a nice early evening before dinner conversation with our special guest, and we'll make sure na ma-entertain kayo. But prior to introducing him, it's a fantastic sports weekend, and our friends from Tap DMV, in particular Tap Go, would like to invite everyone to visit Tap Go. That's TAP, Tango Alpha Papa. Okay? Tapgo.tv para po mag-register kayo. So you can watch these nice sporting events. Live po yan this weekend. Direk, pwede ba natin ipakita yung mga poster ng Top Go? Ayan, halimbawa ito, Formula 1. Nasa Top Go na po yan, no? Yung practice round, I believe, is happening right now. And then, meron tayong qualifying din today. And then, tomorrow, race day for Formula 1. So, you can watch that on Top Go. $5.99 per month yung Premium Plus. Yun yung mapapanood dyan. Or, go for the 3 months para pati yung mga ibang shows like Direk, ano pa isang poster dyan ni Top Go? Bilig! Pinapakita dyan. Bukas, 1:35. Magkalaban. Ang Deliano tsaka ang Ravenna. You'll see them tomorrow, 1:35 ng hapon. And then, meron pa kaming UFC. UFC Fight Night. Bukas po yan. 1 a.m. actually, yung undercard. 4 a.m. Itong Dern versus Rodriguez at 4 a.m. So, it's so easy. Go to Top Go, register, and enjoy live sporting events. Okay? Maraming salamat, Top Go, for being part of our show. Okay, here we go. Pakilala na namin siya. Nag-aral ng grade school sa CSA, tapos pumunta sa Katipunan para mag-high school all the way to college. Pinanganak noong 5 ng Pebrero, 1991. At 30 years old, batang-bata pa lang ito. 4 times UAAP champion nung college. First round, 12th pick overall in the very loaded 2014 PBA draft by the Blackwater Elite, no? Kinuha siya. Standing at 5'10", at guard, shooting guard, wearing jersey number 5, mula po sa Terra Firma Jeep. Sports Locked and Loaded fans, it's all welcome to the show. Juan Miguel Juami, the Magic Tiongson.
Hello, Kuya Chicky. Thank you for having me.
Ay, Wami,
honored to
good
be
evening.
here.
Bumati ka muna sa mga viewers natin. Ang dami na, oh.
Sa lahat ng viewers and listeners, thank you for your time. I hope you guys can learn a thing or two from me. And sana maka-inspire ako sa inyo. Very excited for this opportunity, of course.
Ayan, Wami, re-request ko lang kung pwede kang sumanda lang ng kaunti dahil pag lumalapit ka, hindi nakikita yung
Sorry.
face mo. Sayang naman yung mga fans mo, I'm sure, would like to see you. Before we start siguro, Wami, shout out ka muna. Ang dami nang nanonood. Feel free to read the names out here na nag-tune in agad. Go ahead, Wami.
Hi, to Meleza. Shout out to you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. I hope you're having a good Saturday. Si Edu, hi dude. What's up, dude? Tito ko yan. That's my tito. Joanne, one of my close friends. Hello sa inyo ni Mike. Thank you for your time and the support. To Cello, hello. Hope to meet you soon.
Ito from Chicago.
Yeah, my uncle. That's my uncle from Chicago. Darren, shout out. Parati nagpapa-shout out. Hi, Rocky. Hello. Hi, Rocky.
Tito Darren, maraming ano oras ba kayo sa Chicago, Wami?
5 a.m. To my girlfriend, Ara. Hello. Yes, 5 a.m. po.
Oy, ito ba ang nagpapatibok ng puso mo, si Ara?
Opo, yan. Swerte siya sa akin. Hi, Lola. Lola ko po yan. That's si Lola Divine. Hi, Lola.
Hi, Lola Divine. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, Lola. Thank you po for watching.
Kabilang kwarto lang sila in the other room.
Nakakatuwa naman. Well, as promised to Juami when I first reached out to him, sabi ko, magiging family affair talaga ito, very intimate. Dahil Juami, marami sa ating nanonood ng mga bata din. In fact, no, one of our favorite viewers din, si Julian Lapid, always watching us. And I'm sure, mamaya magsha-shout out na yan or paparamdam na yan si Julian. So, to all the kids watching or even not the kids, the adults, if you have questions for Juami or if you want anything to comment about Juami, please, we'd love to hear from you guys. Join us in our kwentuhan dahil ilalabas ho natin yung The Magic of Tiongson. No? Marami nagtataka ba't yun yung title. But Juami, before that, okay, I want you to remove your hat as Juami Tiongson, the PBA player. Dahil gusto ko, isuot mo yung hat mo as Juami Tiongson, normal na tao, normal na Pinoy, tinamaan ng pandemya. Lahat naman tayo, 'di ba? We got hit by that. Wami, how are you doing? Nasaan ka ba ngayon? Which part of Manila are you in? And kamusta ka? Kumusta ang pamilya? Kumusta ang lockdown ng isang Juami Tiongson?
Right now po, I've been spending a lot of time with my family. Very fortunate ako na I live with my mom, my grandparents, my brother, my uncle, my auntie, and my little cousin. So I mean, I know it's very unfortunate na it's pandemic, but personally, in a way, it's also a blessing kasi I get to spend a lot of time with them. Um, when I did have practices, my time was mostly with them. So I was very lucky na I get to spend time, especially with my grandparents na, 'di ba?
Ano yung mga hindi mo nagagawa noon na dahil sa pandemya na nagawa mo na? Dahil, for example, no, marami sa mga tao, yung mga hindi nila nalilinis for years, biglang nalinis. Tapos all of a sudden, Wami, wala na silang malinis dahil nalinisan nila lahat. Ano? Ikaw, ano yung funny story mo na when you were sheltering in place or no, nasa bahay ka lang, na you never thought you'd do, pero nagawa mo ngayon?
To be honest po, kasi even before the pandemic, homebody na po ako eh. So I'm
Ah,
very
talaga?
used to, opo, di po ako mahilig lumabas. Every now and then, pero so sanay na po talaga ako hanging out at home, hanging out in just in my room. So I don't think I did anything different com- um, during the pandemic. So,
Walang kakaiba, pero meron ka bang
wala,
ano,
wala, parang none that I remember po, none that I remember.
si Lola Divine siguro kailangan kong tanungin kung tumutulong ka man lang diyan sa mga gawaing bahay, kaya si
Ako na po sasagot, hindi po.
may nakita kasi ako sa
I'll
Instagram
be
mo,
honest with you.
na I think you're playing, I'm not sure if it was your tita or your mom na you're playing and then binabasa mo sila and ito sa a
Uh,
fun activity. Saan ba yan, sa garden ninyo?
no po, that was in my other Lola's house, si Balls. That was actually my tita, si Tisha, si Didi, and my cousin si Jana. They were, I don't know, they were doing some TikTok eh. And ako kasi, I'm a practical joker. I would always fool around with them. And good thing di sila napipikon. So I had a great time actually.
Alam mo yung ganyang side mo, Wami, no? And that's one reason why naisipan ka namin ng Sports Locked and Loaded imbitahin. Dahil ito baka mag-blush si Wami, no? We were telling Wami, Juami Tiongson should always be in the same sentence as other great point guards in the PBA. And I'm saying this as my opinion, and I think si Direk Nick will agree. No? Pag sinabing mga LA Tenorio, pag sinabing mga ako sorry mga Stanley Pringle, Scotty Thompson, dapat ilalagay mo yan si Juami Tiongson in that same conversation dahil hindi biro yung ginagawa mong bumubuhat ka para sa team mo. But more of that later on. Oh, we never saw that funny side in you, no? So when I saw that, sabi ko, kolokoy din pala tong si Wami, no? Pala biro din. Ganyan ka na ever since.
Yes, ganito na po ako ever since. Lumalabas lang po yan pag comfortable ako sa tao. Kasi
Sige nga,
pero pag hindi pa ako comfortable, medyo shy type po ako. Hindi ako masyado nagsasalita. But when I'm around with my friends, yung good close friends ko, my family, yan, lumalabas yung tunay na wami.
do you have good friends watching us right now? Meron, no? Na
I
mga
hope so. I hope so. I invited them.
to
Sana
those who
mag-comment
know
sila.
Wami, ito mag-trip lang tayo, type naman kayo ng short anecdote, short stories diyan. Basahin ko mamaya kung meron kayo para kung anong, paano kakwela, kung,
Clean fun,
gaano
guys.
kakwela.
Clean fun. Ah.
Ito ka, si Direk Nick nag-comment pa sa private chat natin na paghahalataan yung edad namin. Ang tawag niya sa'yo, the next Richie Tiongson. And I have to say this, Richie Tiongson is the velvet touch nung panahon namin. Pag sinabi mong Richie Tiongson yan, Richie Tik, pag bumitaw yan, sure 3 points yan. And I agree with Direk, no? You have that magical touch from the
Salamat.
outside. So, punta tayo dun sa next topic ko, after the kamustahan. Kasi you're so reserved, no? Juan, hindi ka nga present masyado sa social media. You're very respectful, but you keep to yourself. But Eto, very ano to Sino si Juami? Sino si Juan Miguel Tiongson? Freely, real talk from the heart. Share us what you want to share. Sino ka ba talaga, Juan? Outside of that
Uh,
basketball.
yeah. People close to me, alam nila na I'm not really reserved. Depende lang siguro sa tao na kasama ko. If it's my family, my close friends, that's when my kakwela lumalabas yung pagiging practical jokester ko lumalabas. In my social media, I mostly just post my dogs, my girlfriend, my family, Steph
TikTok.
Curry,
Walang,
Warrior.
walang TikTok.
Di po ako nagtitiktok, di po ako, wala po akong talent sa dancing or singing. It's just, ever since growing up, basketball na talaga ako.
Anong comment mo dito kay Majay? Very humble pero super bully.
Si ano yan, si Joanne yan. Nakilala ko siya during my NLEX days pa. Ay, kasi dalawa sila. They're a couple, si Mike and Joanne. They started as fans, and then now I don't even consider them as fans. I consider them as my close friends kasi ever since talaga my NLEX, whether bangku ako, whether naglalaro ako, they would always be supportive of me, as in wala akong naririnig na bad things about me coming from them, and I'm very fortunate to have them in my life and very thankful. Sana alam nila na hindi lang sila touring sa kanila fans, but close friends na rin. Like, they're part of my circle.
Sarap pakinggan nun. Majay, alam mo, while Wami was saying that, naisip ko na, Wami, gawa tayo ng ng outreach program in the future with Sports Locked and Loaded. Gusto mo? Tapos
Yes, sir, I'd love to.
yung mga fans mo,
Actually,
yung mga followers mo na naging friends mo, if they want to help, tara, gawa tayo.
yes,
Ah,
I'd
mag
love to put.
I have
Kasi
something in mind eh.
yeah, one time po kasi during my birthday, before the pandemic, nakapag ano po ko outreach program and it felt good. Parang to give back. I've been really blessed. I've been really blessed. Kahit mga pinagdaanan ko sa career ko, it wasn't as good, but now I've been really blessed, and I as much as possible I wanna uh, give back, give back to the people, especially it's from God, diba? I'm very blessed, and I wanna bless others as well.
Well, I guess, ako, I will have to say this na siguro kaya ka ganyang tao dahil maganda pagpapalaki sa'yo ng dad mo, Tito Alvin, si mom mo, Tita Dina, at si Lola Divine, all your relatives there. Would you say that having that close-knit family, yung pagiging close mo, pagiging biruin mo sa kanila and all helped you into being the humble. Sabi niya dito, I have to read these comments. Very humble, very down to earth. Would you say na yung background mo sa pamilya, yung closeness mo ang dahilan kung bakit rooted ka pa rin hanggang ngayon in spite of having this great success in the PBA?
Definitely po. I got it all from my parents and my grandparents. Especially my mom. Mommy ko, super strict yan growing up. Um, as in, bantay sarado talaga sa akin even though lalaki ako. Pinapagalitan ako with school, with basketball, with everything. Actually, I'd like to tell a story about my mom.
Go, please.
Um, every bad game ko, as in, alam niya na I would feel bad, I would feel low, as in, kasi gusto ko, I work so hard and I want every game as much as possible to help the team win and do well. And I would always text my mom after a bad game, Mami, ano ba yan? Bad game ako. I would blame people, I would blame situations, and she would always remind me, there's no one else to blame but yourself. Just go
Wow.
out there, play your game, and she keeps me grounded. As in, she would always remind me the stuff all the time. Especially kunyari, when I get to lumalaki na ulo ko, she would pull me down and remind me that like you're still nobody. You still have to prove yourself, and that's why I'm very fortunate. Tapos, with my grandparents, when my lolo and my lola and si Bols, they're very very humble, very simple. Um, Actually, lolo ko nga siya yung driver ko nung high school ako. Um, Siya yung hatid sundo ako going to
Ah,
Ateneo. He would wait 6 hours. Kasi yung practice ko in high school is from 12 noon to 6 p.m. And my lolo
Hihintayin
would,
ka. Your lolo will
hintayin
wait
niya
for you
ako.
for 6
Yes,
hours.
my lolo. Yes,
Eh,
yes.
wala
As
eh,
in,
wala meron na bang ano, may mga devices na ba nun? Wala pa yata ano?
wala. And kahit may devices na di po siya marunong. Ano lang, newspaper, simple
Dyaryo,
person and
oo.
opo, dyaryo, yun na po, radyo, yun na po. Yun lang ginagawa niya. And hopefully,
Wow.
I could be, half the man that he is. Kasi sobrang thankful ako sa lolo ko. I
Wow,
don't
I
think
mean,
I,
if may mga ibang parents yan na nakikinig ngayon, no, I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two from Wami. So he'll just stay there and watch you and wait
yeah,
for
stay
you.
there. Wait for me, no complaints. As in, no complaints at all. Paghatid, wala akong maririnig sa kanya. Going home, wala. As in, ang gusto niya lang, maganda pakita ko. Take advantage of the opportunity. That's why, like, I'd never forget those, it's like a memory na to me na, alam mo yun, that I would never take for granted.
Pero gusto ko rin yung sinabi mo na si Tita Dina, your mom, ano, um, when everybody else, I guess, would be rooting and cheering, I'm sure she did too. Pero meron siyang hila, no? Oy, huwag kang lalaki
Yes,
ulo, ha? Baba ka
yes,
dito
all the
sa ground.
time. All the time. Yung mental toughness ko, I get that from my mom. And then humility ko from my dad. My dad's a simple guy also, very humble. He would also remind me as in after nung game ko against Ginebra, um, make sure you remain humble. That's the only text. Walang congratulations, make sure you remain humble. And that's why
Wow!
that's why
Hanggang
I
hanggang
am warrior.
hanggang sa glory moment mo nandun ano,
Yeah.
nandun
Oh,
yung ano, yung
yeah.
reminder ano.
Kasi of course I remember my past as in opportunities like those rarely come by. And now that I'm here, I don't wanna ano naman like boast it around, show it off. I mean, it's still basketball at the end of the day. I mean, you're only as good as your last game.
Direk, kung may time ka, kung masisingit mo yung mga ibang childhood pics para mapagkwentuhan. Pero hugutin natin muna 'to si Tito Darren from Chicago. Maganda 'tong, shinare niya rito. Gusto ko lang basahin, Sabi niya, "Winter sa Chicago, naka-shorts lang 'yan, kaya natutukan yung mga friends ng anak ko." Eh,
Yeah.
partner, I've been to Chicago once, pero siguro high school 'no, yung may huwisyo na rin. Hindi biro ang lamig sa Chicago, tiniis mo yun?
Actually gusto ko lang i-try actually kasi mahilig ako sa lamig kasi dito sa Philippines of course ano tayo tropical country sa init and sabi ko gusto ko rin matuwa yung cousin ko si Stephen at the time
Oo,
hinatid ko sa school niya. Tapos tawang-tawa yung mga classmates niya. I think
kasi
your cousin
naka-shorts
is
ka.
naka-shorts lang kasi ako. I think your cousin is crazy. Why is he just wearing shorts? It's too cold.
Ano yun, pride na lang. Pero malamig, sobrang lamig nun.
Actually, at that time, di naman po ganun kalamig. That's why nakapag-shorts ako. Kasi yung, layered na yung top ko eh. So, yung legs ko, naman. It wasn't so bad actually.
Eto si, Alvin, Tiongson,
May
ang ganda
dad.
nung comment niya, simple lang, point guard. I know how that term.
Bias po yan, bias.
Si Alvin is anong, relative?
That's my dad po.
Tito Alvin na ba 'to?
Yes, that's my dad po.
Tito Alvin na pala 'to. Sorry Tito Alvin, akala ko may ibang Alvin pa sa buhay mo na or cousin or what. You know what? To hear that from your dad ano, point guard, nakakatuwa ano, and I would have to say the same thing nung yung dad ko nung nabubuhay pa. Lahat na mali, ako na yung tama pagdating sa basketball, gano'n yung mga daddy, eh, 'no. Tapos lahat
Yes, yes.
hindi magaling, ikaw na ang pinakamagaling pagdating sa
Except mommy ko.
isa
Yung
pa
mommy ko
hindi,
hindi po ganun.
pareho tayo, kaya nga balanse, eh, 'di ba? Balanse nga daw
Opo,
ang
mama.
magulang, eh. Ako rin nanay ko gano'n, pero yung tatay ko, when he was still living, 'di baling sabi niya, "Di baling talo kayo basta maganda laro mo." Sabi ko, "Dad, hindi gano'n, hindi gano'n 'yun,
Hindi
dapat
po.
panalo dapat panalo yung team namin."
Yeah.
Mami, dayo tayo sa basketball, Ito naman, the love for basketball. I wanna talk about this with you. Um, when did you start playing ball. And namana mo ba 'to? Si lolo ba, si dad, mom mo ba may athletic, ability na tinatago, yung mga kung tinatawag nating NBA, natural born athletes? Where'd you get the genes na maging super player, mahusay na manlalaro, and how did you find basketball in your life?
I'm not so sure where I got it from, but I know my dad played basketball. My si Darren. Sorry, sir, if my Kuya Chiki, if I just call them their first name, kasi I'm used to just calling their first name. Hindi na ako nagtitito kasi that's how close we really are. Parang ganun.
No problem, yeah.
So, yeah, si Darren would play some my cousins growing up. We would play basketball. Actually, um, four of my cousins plus my brother, all of us we were in one team. Tapos we had one girl. I had a girl cousin, the eldest. Her name's
Hmm.
Jana. Siya yung nag-MVP noon when we were playing. So yeah, it's a fun story. Siya yung magaling at the time sa amin.
Yung female cousin yung nag-MVP?
Yes, yes, yes. Siya yung
Wow.
nag-MVP noon. Tapos, so I think it's in my family na eh, the sport of basketball. And with regards to basketball, as in I'm in love with it. It was my first love. Growing up, I knew what I wanted to do already. It was basketball.
As
That's
in as in,
why
toddler ka pa lang, mahilig ka na? Yung
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
ay
I think I have a photo na I think I'm not sure how old I was, but probably 2 or 3 years old. I was already playing shooting basketball. That's in a makeshift court, basketball court. So ever since basketball na talaga sport ko, it was the love of my life, my first love. I
so
knew nothing then but basketball.
hindi ka nag-try ng ibang sport, basketball lang talaga nung bata ka?
Nag-try po ako ng soccer. Kung gaano po ako kagaling mag-dribble, ganun po kabano gamitin yung paa ko. Hindi po ako magaling kasi basketball lang po talaga.
Fair si
And
Lord, binabalanse daw ni Lord yung ano, yung
yeah,
talento.
very fair. Fair po.
Hindi
Very
hindi
fair.
binibigay sa atin lahat. So, bata pala naglalaro ka na, pero nung grade school days mo, nung younger days mo, lamang ka ba ng mga liga nun? Yung mga Mosquito Division, yung mga
I would say lamang po ako in terms
or
of
hindi, I mean laman, I mean you play in those
alaman.
leagues.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. I would always play basketball, whether summer league, weekends, maglalaro ako. As in, during my childhood years, basketball lang talaga ang ginagawa ko. And it's a great way to bond with my cousins as well and my brother. Kasi kahit
Nakakatuwa.
sila, uh, that's why ever since basketball na kami.
So I'm guessing, Wami, pag summer yan, marami nang kumakatok sa bahay mo nung bata ka para hugutin ka or imbitahin ka, parang gano'n ka ba? Kasi eto, for example, alam mo ba si Renren Nitualo, if my memory serves me right, never naglaro yan, eh, ng mga liga-liga, si Ren. Kung di ako nagkakamali, naikuwento niyo sa'kin yan. Pero ang galing, 'di ba? I mean, Renren
Yes,
Nitualo, one of
super,
the best
super
shooters.
galing shooters. One
'Di
of
ba?
the best.
And then very cerebral ang pag-iisip ni Renren. Pero ikaw, nung bata ka ba, nandun yung may mga kumakatok sa bahay, "Uy mami, summer na maglaro ka naman para sa'min." Merong gano'n?
Wala naman. But ever since kasi I was loyal to a team na eh. Parang intercolor namin yun sa village and ang team namin gold. And ang coach namin at that time, si Coach Ricky Sales, who was the Adamson head coach of the juniors at that time. Good friend of Coach Juami. Kaya parang wala na nag-recruit sa akin kasi alam na nila I would always play for Coach Ricky.
Eto si Tito Alvin nag-comment, 5 years old ka pa lang daw, you're already playing in Palm Village. Ito ba yung sa may Makati? Yung malapit sa
Oh yes,
tama ba?
yes. Malapit sa Rockwell po. Yeah. That's where
Malapit sa
they
EDSA,
used
'di
to
ba?
live. Yes, yes.
'Di
That's
ba
where
di
they
ba
used to live.
dito nakatira din si ano, si Coach Kaloy? Yung mga
Kaloy, ay
Garcia.
not
I I
hindi po
I
ako sure.
remember I used to play a lot nung kabataan ko rin dun sa sa village na yan. Okay, so you played ball earlier on. So CSA, naglaro ka na ng ano, varsity sa San Agustin?
Yeah, it's a funny story actually. It's actually fate eh. Ano eh, grace of God eh. Kasi I would ride the bus, school bus ako going home. And the school bus would always leave on time to get home early. For some reason at the time yung upperclassmen had a program. I'm not exactly sure. So nag-basketball ako, nakipag-one-on-one ako sa bassmate ko dun sa high school covered court pa, if I remember correctly. Tapos may lumapit sa akin, Wami, you should go and try out dun sa grade school covered court, may ongoing tryout. So punta naman ako not knowing what it is kasi hindi pa ako familiar sa varsity, what it is exactly. Alam mo lang talaga
Oh,
mag-basketball. And at the time when I joined the tryouts, naka-school uniform lang ako and leather shoes.
talaga? Tryouts
Oh,
yun?
yes. Yes, tryouts yun. In-invite lang kasi, may nag-invite lang sa akin. Tapos nagpaalam ako sa coach and shout out to Sir Ramilo, rest in peace. Praying for his family, condolences. Siya yung coach at the time and I asked lang kung pwede po ba mag-tryouts. And yun, nag-tryouts ako, naka-leather shoes. And
Pero yung school bus mo, inintay ka o iniwanan ka na?
inintay naman ako. Nandun pa.
So
Di pa ata
nag-tryouts
tapos
ka,
yung program.
teka lang nag-tryouts ka na naka-uniform ka, naka-leather
Yes, yung
shoes,
uniform. Yes.
tapos inintay ka pa ng school bus mo.
Ay, hindi na ako, hindi naman ata ako hinihintay lang yung upperclassmen na may program at that time.
Pero wala kang dalang
So,
gamit, nag-tryouts ka na
wala akong dalang, kasi, yes, Richie, like, hindi ko alam na hindi ako familiar sa varsity at that time. Like, I was only grade 4. Tapos nag-tryouts ako, and, na-swear ako, very blessed na nakuha ko, and I was the only grade 4 na nakapasok sa varsity. And mostly comprised of grade 6 students yun eh. So, yun. From
Kaya
there,
anong
dun na
sabi mo
siguro.
sa mami mo pag-uwi mo nung natanggap ka tapos siguro amoy araw ka na nun, grade 4 ka, 'di ba?
Parati naman po ako amoy araw pa-uwi from school
Ano
eh.
sabi ni Tita Dina when you got home? Nung
I'm
bininig mo
not, hindi ko po alam kung kwento ko right away sa kanya. Pero I remember lang na sinabi ko lang sa kanya na nakapasok ako sa varsity, pinakita ko sa kanya yung varsity jersey ko. And super proud ako nun kasi like I didn't know at the time may varsity pala, may competition pala na inter-school.
Eto natatawa ako sa mga ibang comments. Direk, hugutin mo 'tong sinabi ni Joseph Janko. Ito muna, sabi niya, I remember Kwame and I will always battle one-on-one during PE and he will always kick in. Schoolmate mo si Joseph?
That's my best friend in high school. Best friend ko po yun, si Honky. Hi, Honky. Shout out. Best friend ko.
Talaga. So,
Nagloloko lang
ito
yan.
yung palagi
Nagloloko lang yan, Kuya
kinakalaban
Tricky.
mo.
Nagloloko lang yan, Kuya Tricky.
Oh, ito, sige. Oh, Miggy Arce, 50 points in one game, sabi ni Miggy. Kailan nangyari to, Mami?
That happened in grade school po. I think we were playing IS, International
Oh,
School at the time. And if I remember correctly, sorry, sir, sorry, Kuya Chiki, this was grade school pala, grade school. We were
yung
playing
50 points.
yes, uh, IS at the time. Tapos, I think yun yung career high ko eh, throughout my career. Shout out
50,
Iggy, my best friend also.
50 puntos, my goodness. Ito si Fran Asuncion, sabi ni Fran, mas marami pa points nito sa kalaban. Nangyari ba yan?
That's my cousin Fran, shout out Fran. Mali siya doon, mas madami akong tinira sa kalaban, hindi sa points. Alam nila yun.
Ito, Tito Darren, I like this again. The family's joining us here. I love this. Nung bata pa si Wami sa laundry basket, lola niya yan nagpa-practice. Is this true, Wami? Tell us that
Yes,
story.
that's true. Actually, I would get the laundry basket, put it in my lola's room, my grandparents' room, and I would imagine I was playing UAP basketball.
Sinong
Like
ginagaya mo nun? Sinong ginagaya mo nun?
My Cortez.
Talaga? Si Cool Cat? Ang idol mo nun?
Yeah, Cool Cat yung idol ko growing up. And LA Tenorio na, of course, LA Tenorio, given naman. But at the time, Cool Cat, kasi yung Lasal at the time, parang sila yung yung maangas, yung
Nasaan
lakas
lakas?
ng dating. Yeah, super lakas. At lakas ng dating nila. That's why you wouldn't hate them You'd root for them
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dating sila. So, anyway, I would play basketball. Ini-imagine ko pa full court playing full court inside my grandparents' room. Kunyari, ini-interview pa ako. Yeah. Sobrang sineryoso ko yun. I would even have a notebook. I would tally the standings. Kunyari lang, CSA, 3 wins. Ganyan. Going up against Ateneo, Lasal, Claret.
My goodness. So bata pa lang pala, nai-envision mo na, no?
Yeah.
Yung gusto mong puntahan. Pero, na-envision mo ba na after CSA, lilipat ka ng eskwelahan? Ito, curious ako talaga, no?
Yeah.
Kasi, while, kasi parehas tayo ng alma mater. So, popular ka sa akin, para sa akin. Kilala kita kahit na years apart tayo, 17 years apart tayo. When we heard your name, obviously, wala pang social media nun eh. Sinusundan ka namin, pinapanood ka namin nun. But, Mommy, how did your relationship with that school in Katipunan start sa Ateneo? How did you transfer there coming from CSA? Anong kwento doon?
If I'm not mistaken po, kasi I played against Ateneo the first time when I was in grade 6. And I remember doing really well. I played against, at the time, si JV Domrique, one of my close friends, in Ateneo, and si Ice Reyes, son of
Oh,
Coach Chot. Yeah, and I guess from there, after that game, they remembered me. Tapos, so, really, in grade 7, they recruited me. I remember si Coach Ron Camara pa, the head coach at the time of in Passerelle, who was the one who recruited me to go to Ateneo. And also at the time, Green Hills and Zoel were the schools that were recruiting me. Tapos,
ah,
may school visit kami, Green Hills and Ateneo. And ironically, my mom said, who came from Lasal, she's Lasalista.
okay.
Yeah, sabi niya, Ateneo ka na lang kasi mas maganda, ganda ng campus Like, parang wow. Like, kahit ako nung pagkapunta ko sa Ateneo, may ganito pala.
So totoo yun, no? Yung school visit, di ba? Imbitahan ka nila. So you went to Green Hills,
Yeah,
tama, no? Sa Green Hills?
I went to Green Hills and Ateneo.
And then,
And then my mom,
syempre, high school ang pinuntahan mo, di ba? Sa Ateneo,
yes,
pagpasok mo ng gate 2 or gate 3, kung saan ka man pumasok, ang dami mong
grades.
dadaanan, di
Yeah,
ba?
yes po.
And before you hit high school, parang isipin mo, nasang gubat ba ako dito? Parang,
Yeah, nagulat po ako sa campus ng Ateneo. Parang sabi ko, may ganito pala dito sa Philippines. Kala ko
how did
kasi,
it
like,
feel? How did it feel, Wami, that you were recruited, you were invited for a school visit at that young age? I'm guessing you were what, 12, 13? Nung panahon, 13, nung mga panahon na yun.
probably po, probably.
Diba? And then, boom. Uh, 13 years old, you're being recruited. Suddenly, you feel like you're on top of the world. How did you handle that? Anong pakiramdam that two schools are trying to win you over?
It felt good, definitely. At the time, immature pa ako. Mayabang, syempre, bata pa. Like, I didn't understand na mayabang pala ako. Na, ganun. But it felt good. Actually, wanted to go to Lasal kasi nga, growing up, I would watch Mike Curtis, Mac Cardona. So, my mom's a boss so I had no choice. Sabi niya, Ateneo ka na lang. So, yeah. And hindi naman siya nagkamali. I guess mom knows best, di ba?
So, pasok ka ngayon, Ateneo. Pagdating mo, wow, ang daming classrooms. Ang kita mo, yung chapel, anywhere you cross the campus, di ba?
Yeah.
Dadaan ka talaga sa chapel. Sa gilid. Pag sa covered courts ka naman, sa likod. Pag sa may parking ka naman, sa harap. Pag napunta ka sa Dulaang Sibol, sa football field, sa gilid ulit, di ba? So, beautiful campus and then you found
Well,
yourself there, so many people, ang laki nung cafeteria natin. Hindi aircon yung class. Aircon na ba yung classroom niyo nun? Hindi pa, no?
ay,
Hindi naman, no?
hindi pa po.
Ceiling fan pa rin
Hindi pa
tayo,
po.
di ba?
Yeah,
Tama
ceiling
ba?
fan.
Ceiling fan.
Up until now pa rin po ata eh. I'm not
Hindi yata
mistaken.
aircon. Pero hindi, ngayon kasi
Aircon na pala.
may second floors na yung iba, 'di ba? Nung panahon mo wala pa yatang second floor ano o meron na?
May second
Nag-expand
floor
na?
na po.
Nag-expand pa.
Nakapag-expand na po sila at the time.
Okay. So, you went there, you studied in Ateneo. Nagkukuwentuhan tayo kanina, first year nag-Prada ka muna, 'di ba? And then you
Passerelle,
hit
sir, Passerelle. Absolutely.
Passerelle and then
And then
Prada,
Prada.
and then you hit the eaglets nung second year mo until you graduated. Um, Alam namin yung career mo nung high school, putok na putok yung pangalan mo. But who coined the moniker Magic Tiongson? And before you answer that, dun sa mga nanonood po sa atin, I had a schoolmate, a batch younger, si Chester Tiongson. Nung panahon namin, we used to call him Magic Tiongson eh. Pero hindi kumapit masyado. Unlike sa'yo nun, kahit na walang social media nun, no? Wala mga telepono and all, kumapit because it reached us and we know about it. Who coined it and how did you feel that you were being sort of compared or at least no namesake nung katunog nung Magic Johnson ng Lakers?
It was actually Coach Miko Halili and Coach Jamai. Kasi si Coach Jamai and Coach Miko, they like giving nicknames to players eh. Every player may nickname. And ako, Magic, kasi katunog eh, Tiongson and Johnson. And to be honest, never ko nagustuhan yung name na Magic
Talaga?
because like, oh, because ano eh, parang, like, to be honest, like, I haven't, like, I don't think I deserve to be called Magic. Kahit Wami lang pwede na sa akin. Like,
Eh, kung
syempre
tawagin,
yung
kung tawagin kang Jason Kidd, mas gusto mo yon.
Steph Curry.
So you never really liked it because parang ang dating sa'yo, hindi naman ako ano eh, hindi naman ako Magic Johnson eh.
Yeah,
Yun yung
and hindi
believe
naman
ko
po,
sa'yo.
like, parang iniisip ko, like, parang taas naman masyado tingin nyo sa akin. Hindi naman ako,
Okay.
like, Magic masyado ng, ano yun eh, elite na yan eh, parang like Phenom, keeper arena, like you call him Phenom kasi he's really phenomenal, diba? We all know that, and ako naman, hindi naman, like, okay na ako sa Wami. Like,
But nung high school days mo, you have to admit, no, with JV, it was a magical run for you. Admittedly, Wami, yung high school career mo, ang daming lumingon, ang daming talagang tumingin at pinanood ka. At alam na critics would say, fans would say, basketball fanatics would say, abangan niyo yan. Pag tumungtong ng seniors yan. And yung iba pa nga, as far as, abangan niyo yan pag umabot ng PBA. So, ako personally, parang it might not be the same game as Magic,
yeah.
but you did weave magic nung panahon
Thank you,
ng high
sir.
school.
Thank you,
Di
sir
ba?
JP. Yeah, thank you.
How was that, playing for Coach Jamike, Miko there, and then playing with people like JV and all the other Eaglets and being supported by a fantastic sports program?
Of course, something I would never forget playing under Coach Jamai. I think siya yung pioneer as to why my career is what it is now. He gave me the confidence, he gave me the green light. He let me be me. Let me be me at a very young age. As in, he gave me the full confidence, the ultimate green light during my during my high school years, and I'm very thankful for him up until now. We still stay connected. We would personal message each other, ganun. But during my high school, it really felt good kasi like second year, I barely played. I was playing behind Mike Gamboa, JV Domrique, Alec Rivera, Carlo Balmacedo. So I barely got the playing time. Like I didn't expect much my third year. I felt like my third year would be like parang trying to get used to the game, how it is like to play junior basketball. But for some reason, nanalo ko ng Mythical 5 in my third year. Pero talo nga lang kami sa finals sa Zobel. Na-sweep kami. And then my fourth year, same rin. But this
Uh-huh.
time, nakapag-champion and then nakapag-Mythical 5. So, very memorable. Up until now, I still remember it fresh in my mind.
You mentioned two familiar names in your story. Mike Gamboa, Mr. 100 points in our alumni league,
Ay,
ano?
alam,
Ah,
ABL.
EBL, oh, and good friend ko yung daddy niya if they're watching,
Tito
Jojo
Jojo.
Gamboa.
Yan,
Oo.
kay Tito
And
Jojo.
Carlo Balmaceda, kakampi ko rin yan sa ABL at one point, yung mga young guns namin. So, you were
Yeah.
surrounded by good people, good players, and then you played a
Yeah.
fantastic high school career. You paid your dues, 'di ba? Bago ka sumikat talaga in high school. Pero
Yeah.
pagtungtong mo ng college, iba. Ibang
Yeah. Very
ibang
different.
college. You were sharing with me earlier, it took a while before you had a crack at the starting five.
Yeah.
'Di ba?
Took a long time
Anong feeling
actually.
nun, Wami? Galing ka sa high school, you were on top of the world, 'di ba? Teenager ka, puberty stage, adolescent stage, um, feeling natin no'n tayo ang, hari sa lahat ng ginagawa natin. Then boom, you enter college and then you're not in the starting five. You have to go back down there
After that, yeah.
and then pay your dues again. Hindi ba parang naririnig mo sa akin yung nanay mo rin ano, and telling, "Oy, psst, maging humble ka ha, wag kang"
Yeah. Yeah.
How did it feel, Wami, hitting college
Uh,
and you're paying your dues again, all over again?
that was definitely a reality check for me. Kasi it was a whole new game eh. Kasi in high school, parang ako yung mama eh. When I got to college, ginawa kong ulam, ginawa kong bata. Um, as in, barely got playing time. And at the time, syempre, Coach Norman didn't trust me at all kasi I would make turnovers, wrong decisions, force my shots, force my game. So it definitely was a big transition for me. My first 3 years barely got playing time, and right, and I admit naman, rightfully so, because I wasn't ready. Like
Uh-huh.
if I look back during my college years, and I was blaming Coach Norman, di ako pinapalaro, but the truth is I wasn't ready. Mentally, I wasn't prepared. Um, skill, talent, like nakikita ko sa practice kaya ko eh. But during games, mentally, ano ako eh, I'm a pessimist eh. Up until now, I'm a pessimist. I would always think of what could go wrong. Like what could go wrong? I would embarrass myself. Like the game hasn't even started. Like hindi pa nga game day yun eh. The day before the game pa yun eh. So it was definitely a challenge for me mentally. Kasi talent, skill, I think I could have competed if I just had
Uh-huh.
the had the right mindset. But it was a lesson for me, lesson learned, and I had to toughen up mentally, toughen up physically as well. And and very thankful to Coach Norman kasi yung when I got to my fourth year, parang he said, "No, Wami, whatever happens, you're going to be the starting point guard because you waited, you I think you've learned." And ayun, and that's how it started. That's how it started. That's how I got the starting job because of Coach Norman. Because Coach Norman put his full trust on me during my fourth year. And a funny story pa. Up until now, this what motivates me. I remember see Coach Jamike telling me. I'm not sure if after the championship, after we won our fifth championship, or before
Uh-huh.
before the championship, sabi niya sa akin, Mami, Magic, kasi Magic tawag niya. Magic, may sasabihin ako sa'yo. Alam ba, sabi ng mga alumni sa'yo, Ateneo will never win a championship kung ikaw yung starting point guard. And
Oh,
that's what, yeah, really, that's what motivated me,
say
and
that
that's what
again. Sabi ni
motivates
Coach
me
na
to learn.
Mike, the alumni said, sabi ni Coach na Mike, that Ateneo will not win a championship if you're the
Championship,
starting guard.
yes, that's what Coach Jamike told me. I'm not sure if it's true or if he was trying to motivate me, but I took it personal. Like,
And
okay,
and it
sabi
worked.
niya.
Did
Yeah,
it
it worked.
work?
Yes, it worked definitely. Yeah. That's why not that I hold grudges, but that's why one of the reasons I never really got close to the alumni community. Only a few. Tita Debbie, Father Nemi, and Tito Arben, who's very supportive of me up until now. Yun lang talaga yung who I really trust.
Well, if it's something that you'd like to hear, at least over here on the other side, yung kausap mo ngayon, na I always rooted for you back then and up
Thank you,
to
sir. I,
now.
I,
So,
I knew that. I knew that. Even
merong
during when I
naniniwala man
remember
sa
when I
inyo.
was sorry, sir.
Hindi pa tayo magkakilala noon. I was already rooting for you. And I
Thank you
opinion
so
ko
much.
lang naman 'yon. I mean, baka may mga critics diyan. Eh ako, opinion ko noon that this guy is something special and in my opinion, you would hit the PBA and I guess nakachamba yung opinion ko dahil umabot ka nga
Appreciate it, Kuya Chiki. I
ng
remember po
PBA.
I remember when yung nasa NLEX pa po ako, you were already saying a lot of good things about me na, oh, hindi ka pa signed. I remember that sa hotdog gym pa po yun. I remember that was
Nagkita tayo
the
noon.
time
That's right.
yes, I think after my practice na yun because you guys were gonna play after or may EL po ata kayo nun.
Tas hinila ka niya no. Alam ko after ko kausapin si Coach Yeng noon, right after we spoke, you were lingering around because you're going to talk to him if you were going to be signed or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, I was actually trying out pa po pa pala nun
Yeah,
when you
dun sa
yeah,
ano
I
yung
was
court
trying out.
sa Xavierville,
Yung parang hotdog gym, I forget
yung
what it's called, what you call it.
F something C.
FCL, FCL,
FCL,
FCL.
oo. And then sabi ko, "Shucks, kaya naman," kasi I was taking Coach Yeng's time, I was interviewing him, and I knew that you were lingering around because kakausapin ka, if you were going
Yeah,
to be signed or not.
yeah,
I remember that conversation, 'di ba, usap tayo,
yeah.
"Oh,
I
pirmado ka
remember
na?"
that as well.
Sabi mo,
And
"Hindi pa, eh."
I remember that.
And then
Actually,
after nun
that was my first week trying out for NLEX po.
that's right, oo.
Yeah.
Kasi kinausap ko nun sila Asi, the other Road Warriors pa, and then, I saw you, we had a chat, at the court. Mamaya puntahan
I
natin yung
remember.
PBA story. Kasi gusto ko mag-shoutout ka muna, medyo madami-dami na 'to. Ito, Jojo, Bacol, magandang ano 'to,
Ah, Ninong,
ito,
Ninong ko po yan. Ninong. Shout out Ninong.
Ninong Jojo, tignan mo muna yung message niya, basahin mo muna 'to. Shoutout to, go ahead.
Shout out to Miko and Rafa who are my babies, my cousins, my best friends who clean my car every time we win, which is not true.
Talaga?
Hindi totoo. Kasi parati lang sila nasa gadget nila.
Akala ko naman nililinis talaga nila. Ito, Jake Pastor. Uy, wow.
That's my tito, Uncle Jake
Uncle
from I
Jake.
think he's in Canada. Yeah, from Toronto. Yeah, hello,
Alas
Uncle
7
Jake.
daw ng umaga doon, 7 AM. Uncle Jake, thanks for watching. You know what? We would love to read all of the ito shout out. Sige, basa ka muna. I'll give you time to do shout out, Swami. Go ahead.
Joanne, hello. Thank you. And up until now, nandito ka pa rin. Bye G, shout out. One of my close friends. Hello, Bye G. Watch his YouTube channel. Galing kumanta yan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hello, Melissa. Hello. Thank you for your support.
Ayan, last. Go ahead. Si
Joanne, hello. Daddy Joe, shout out sa'yo. COD na ulit tayo.
Call of Duty. Alam ko yun, Tama ba?
Yes.
Dahil sa mga
Bata pa
anak
naman
ko.
po kayo, Kuya Chiki. Bata pa naman.
No, I'm learning all these shortcuts, Swami, dahil sa mga anak ko, So,
Okay. Yes.
my 12-year-old Cito, Jaime 9, and then Pedro 5 watching right now, and my
Hello,
wife.
hi guys.
Thanks for always supporting Papa on Sports Locked and Loaded. Okay, we were mentioning NLEX. Guys, alam ko, sabi namin hanggang alas 7 to. Sobra tayo ng konti. Okay lang dahil Sabado naman, late nyo na ng konti ng mga 15-20 minutes yung dinner nyo dahil ang sarap kakwentuhan nitong si Juami Pams, we're mentioning NLEX, di ba? Dito muna tayo. PBA Dream, yung pupuntahan natin, okay? So, high school, punta kang college, bangko. Tapos,
Yeah.
pinrepare ka ni Coach Norman, si Tita Dina reminding you all the time, hey, calm down, huwag ka masyadong mayabang, be humble. Ganda ng college career mo, 4-time UAAP champion ka. tapos PBA. May 2 years, di ba, Wami, before ka dinraft. Tama, no? When you,
After
2000,
college, a year, I think
a year.
a year po. Yes.
Okay. And then you were drafted. 12th overall pick in the first round. It was a loaded pick. Ito, basahin ko lang para sa mga viewers natin. Stanley Pringle, in this order, Stanley Pringle, Kevin Alas, Ronald Pascual, na I heard back to playing basketball to, si MGR, Matt Ganuelas Rosser, Chris Banquero, my goodness, at number 5, Rodney Brondial, ang Dennis Rodman ng PBA, ang galing rebound talaga, no? Anthony Semerad, you got Jake Pascual at number 8, Jericho Cruz, naglalaro din for Guam at number 9, you got David Semerad at 10, you got, my goodness, ang pambansang kamao at number 11, and then ikaw, Wami, at number 12. Okay, PBA talk tayo. Did it start the way you wanted it to start? I'm sure may mga expectations ka or may mga hope ka. Diba na sana ganito start. Sana pick ako ng gantong team. Sana, I'm sure. Real talk tayo dito. Did it start the way you wanted it?
To be honest, after college, I didn't think highly of myself. Like, I wasn't really planning po to go PBA right away. Gusto ko po sana mag-ABL muna. Kasi I felt like kulang pa pinakita ko eh. Like, I wasn't, feel ko yung exposure ko wasn't there yet. And I felt like I was gonna go undrafted. And swerte ako na may ongoing tryouts yung Blackwater at the time kasi expansion team sila eh. So, nakapag-tryouts ako, and similar to Ateneo, during the tryout, I did well. And sinabi nila sa akin, we're going to draft you the 12th pick. And so, sabi ko, okay, if you guys said that, then I decided to join the draft. And then yun, I get drafted by Blackwater. The first 2 games, I did really well. I think I was the highest pointers, the pointer, the first 2 games. But after that, everything went downfall. Like,
Baba
after
na.
that, baba na. After nung conference na yun, binaba nila ako sa D-League. Sabi nila, kulang pa sa exposure, kulang pa sa maturity. And in my first 2 years with Blackwater, kasi I signed a 3-year contract with them. My first 2 years, I played more D-League games than I did PBA games. It was either reserved ako or nasa D-League ako. So, coming into my 3rd year, they decided oh, Wami, I think we have to buy you out first kasi
Wam, nagkita pa tayo sa D-League, di ba? Naalala
yes
mo
sir.
yun?
I
You
was
were playing for
Malaysian team.
exactly, di ba?
Yeah.
Oh, so yun nung
Yeah,
binaba ka
that was
doon.
the time. That was the time. I was with Blackwater but linagay nila ako with a Malaysian team.
And how was it? How was it na, wow, you hit it, first 2 games, gandang laro ko, biglang boom, all of a sudden, reality check ulit. Boom,
Yeah,
baba ka ng league.
yeah.
Anong pakiramdam nun, Wam?
Parang ganun na naman like similar to college, medyo similar yung start ng college ko sa PBA career ko like it went like spiraling down talaga. Confidence ko wasn't there. I fell out of love with basketball. Parang I was thinking, I'm doing everything right, playing the right way. I invest my time in basketball. I put in the work before practice, after practice, and then I just wasn't getting the right opportunity, I guess. But the same rin, may pessimism started kicking in. May mentality, sabi ko, yan na naman, kalaban ko, mga mama na naman. Parang feel ko hindi na naman ako ready. So I think it was just the mental mindset. My mental wasn't there. So it was very similar to my college career, the start of my college career.
So you were humbled again, you were brought down to the D-League.
Yes.
Paano ang involvement ng Tita Dina dito nung ibinaba ka? Kumusta ang sharing niya sa iyo?
As always, very positive, supportive. Kahit naman saan ako naglaro, she was very supportive. She was always there. Not just my mom, but my entire family, my lolo, my lola, balls, my dad, everyone, my cousins even, they were
The
always
whole clan,
there.
the whole clan.
Yeah, my whole family. As in, they were always supportive of me. Kahit nasa D-League ako, they would watch my game live. I remember my dad, when he visited from Chicago, he came here, made sure to watch my game live. Um, so going into my third year, they decided to buy out my contract.
Okay.
And ano na, yeah. And ako, I didn't, ano na, hindi na ako nagdahilan kasi I understood naman I understood why you guys wanted to buy me out. And rightfully so naman, tama naman kayo. And I didn't want, and I di na ako nakipag-argue or nakipag-negotiate. I just said, okay lang, sige. Tama naman kasi wala naman talaga ako napakita eh. I barely even played PBA games. And after that, that was like siguro my lowest point. I wouldn't say I was depressed. I wouldn't say that. I'm pretty sure like it's a sensitive topic, but I wouldn't say I was depressed. Pero I was uh at my lowest point na
You were
sabi ko
down.
ayoko na mag
Diba?
Yeah, very
Really,
down, very down. Yeah,
you
very
may
down.
not be depressed, but the normal human reaction, you were down.
Yeah, very
'Di ba?
down.
Sama
Like
sa loob,
confident.
yeah.
Like I just wanted to be at home. I wanted to be in my room. And at the time, may injury pa ako.
Naku. Oh.
So like all I could do was sprint. I can change direction. So hindi ako makapag-basketball. So yung opportunity ko got slimmer kasi injured ako tapos wala pa ako napakita. So what I did was parang ayoko naman maging bum. I worked out dito sa village ko. I did self-therapy as in so yung mga kids dyan don't do self-therapy kasi always ask professional help. Ako, good swerte naman na natural healing but I should have seek help professionally. But I did everything on my own. I worked out on my own, did skill. And then I decided parang sabi ko, Mommy, ayoko na mag-basketball. I don't think I'll get the opportunity na. Parang I have to go look for something else. And my mom naman said, okay, sige, go look to do something else. And then the next day or the next week, sabi niya sa akin, Wami, why don't you give basketball another chance? Kuya Chiki, are you still there? Wala ata.
Sorry. Ayan,
Yes,
naputol lang, but I'm back.
yes, yes.
I heard you. So, Wami, why
Yes,
not
oh,
give
sorry.
pasensya na po at nangyayari talaga ito sa mga podcasters ano.
Oh,
But
no,
I
no,
heard
no
you,
problem.
why not give basketball a second chance? Yun yung huli kong narinig
Yeah,
sa'yo. Oh.
yeah, that's what she said. And then I was thinking at the time, if I go to the D League and I was 26 at the time, the age the age is only up until 29. Sabi ko, I don't wanna play up until 29 because wala akong job experience. How am I gonna do get a job if I'm 29 and I have no zero job experience? Sabi niya, sige lang, go try it one last time.
Mm.
I'll support you, like monetary, whatever. Yun. So what I did was I had to humble myself kasi like I thought just because I came from the PBA, sabi ko siguro naman may D-League team that would want me. Like I got zero offers, I got zero calls. So I had to come up with the plan. And I remember si Coach Mark Herrera, who is the head coach and the director of AMA basketball. So I had to message him. I asked him, and up until now, I still have the message. I made sure to screenshot it kasi it was an important time in my life. So sabi ko, Coach Mark, maybe I could join your team. Sabi niya, Wami, sorry, they're taken na yung 2 slots kasi school-based kami. But you can come,
Oh.
you can try out. Sabi ko, but also we can't pay you that much. Sabi ko, it's okay. I don't like I'm not after the money. Like all I want is just to play basketball. Parang I was thinking closure ko na lang sa basketball yun.
Talaga? Nandun ka na sa
Yeah,
point na
like
inisip mo,
yeah.
tapos na, magandang
Yeah,
ending lang.
tapos na. Okay lang, parang tapusin ko na lang with the bang. Like, just give it my best.
Okay.
And when I got to the D-League, as in, through God's grace na naman, yung isang point guard hindi nag-attend ng tryout, so they decided to line me up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, very blessed nga ako, very blessed. Parang everything happened for a reason. So, when I got to the D-League, I would always pray. I remember my prayer pa. I would just say this, like, Lord, if this is my last game, help me play the best game of my life. Like every game. I would that simple prayer lang. And then yun, for some reason, ganda ng ginawa ng team na ganda ng ginawa ng team namin. We made the playoffs. My stats, I think, not that I'm being arrogant or anything, but I was
Yeah.
averaging 20 points. I was averaging 20 points. May assists were there. And like parang masaya na ako na if it ended that way, okay na ako. Like, at least
Okay na.
alam ko, okay na ako. At least alam kong magaling pa rin ako. And then I get a text, I get a call from Boss Ronald Dolatre asking me to try out
Si
for
Boss
NLEX.
Ronald mismo ang nag-message
Yeah,
sa'yo?
siya nag-message sa akin. Siya nag-message sa akin kasi if I'm not mistaken, when we played Signal HDTV,
Hmm.
Coast of Tanbeda team, si Bolik was there, JV Mocon was there. Talo namin sila, like, ano yan, upset ba? Upset. Kasi they
Anong
were the
taon 'to?
eventual champions.
Anong taon 'to?
That same year, sir.
2000
Before,
ano 'to? Would you remember?
maybe 2016, 17.
Ito ba yung nasa Marinerong Pilipino na ako nun, 'di ba?
Ay, no, not yet. Wala pa pong marinerong Pilipino.
Wala pa. So this was the year before I was still covering, no?
Yeah, yes. I think yes,
Oo,
you were covering. I would see you on the
kasi
sideline.
magkukwentuhan tayo nun, eh, 'di ba? We would always have
Yeah,
that,
yes.
small chats, eh. So kalaban
Yeah.
mo nun sila Babes Bolic, sila JV Mocon.
Yes, si Pogi Bolik, yes, yun, kalaban namin.
Wow,
Um,
lakas.
lakas nila and naka-upset kami and I scored 34 points noon. So I guess dun nila ako nakitaan ng baka pwede pa, baka kaya natin ipag-tryout to. And then yun, I got a text from Boss Ronald Dulatre na punta ka on Friday. I remember the text was on Thursday. Punta ka the next day, Friday. Gusto ko makita ni Coaching. Kabado pa ako doon. Sabi ko si Coach Ging. Para, kasi kilala ko si Coach Yang on the court. Off the court, di ko kilala si Coach Yang. So sabi ko, baka Monday na lang ako punta, boss, kasi may practice po kami. Pero wala naman talaga akong practice. Kinakabahan lang ako doon kasi mentally, hindi ako ready. Sabi ko, biglaan to parang di ko pa kilala si Coach Yang off the court eh. So I had to prepare for 3 days. Nag-workout from Friday to Sunday para lang to prepare myself sa tryouts ng Monday. And ayun, through God's grace, naka-sign ako na month conference with NLEX. And that's why up until now, very thankful to Coach Yang and Boss Ronald Delatri for, alam mo, the opportunity. They were the only ones who really took a chance.
Iba, no? Ibang makapaglaro with under Coach Yeng, no? Ako, Mami, share ko lang yung experience namin mga broadcasters. When we would go to practices ni Coach Yeng, he would always tell the players, no, na um, spend time with our PBA friends and talk to them. So, ikaw, anong one funny story or anong storya mo kay Coach Yeng na hindi mo makakalimutan, Wam? Now, check natin, nawala yata si Wami.
Yes, I'm back.
You're
Got
back.
disconnected.
So,
Sorry.
I was saying, si Coach Yeng Giao sa practices, pag pumupunta kaming mga komentarista, he would always tell the players, "Uy, entertain niyo yan ha, dahil interviewin kayo." So, iba, bait si Coach Yeng. I have to say that as a matter of fact. Pero ikaw, what would be your most memorable Yeng Giao story? Kung may kailangan kang mga i-delete na or
Yeah,
i-censor na i-censor mo syempre. But
yeah.
what would be that funniest Yeng Giao or most memorable Yeng Giao story mo?
I guess I remember nasa MOA ako. I have two great stories from Coach. Nasa MOA kami. I forget who we were playing pero ang naalala ko sabi niya sa akin, "Hoy, Wami, next game, reserve ka na." Which din
Sabi?
naman, hindi.
Bakit?
Sabi na, during the game yun so isipin ko parang yung mental ko nawala, na-focus ko sa basketball, nawala. That's what he said. Tapos, I remember another story, nasa Baho kami. Hindi ko tinira yung corner shot, sabi niya sa akin. Hoy, Wami, tira mo, puro ka pa-cute. Yeah. I mean, it was quite
But
an
that's Coach
experience.
Yeng.
Yeah, that's coaching. It's normal lang naman. But off the court, he doesn't take it personal off the court. kung gusto mo siya kausapin ka pa rin nun eh. And the next game, for sure, starting 5 ka.
But that's Coach Yang, di ba, Wami?
Yes,
I've heard 10 million stories. I've covered the PBA for over a decade now, and uh every time I would chat with Coach Yang about itong mga storyang ito, he'd smile, he'd have that nice chuckle, and that's him, eh. And it brings out the best, no? The
yeah,
best in players. And ako, feeling ko, it did you well dahil nakatulong sa
it
pag-mold
really
sa'yo.
did.
What do you think?
Yes, definitely. I think after college with Coach Mike, si Coach Yeng na talaga yung naglabas ng laro ko eh. Pinabayaan niya ako eh. Let me be creative, he let me make mistakes. Even though I've committed several mistakes, nandyan pa rin ako sa court. The next game, starting 5 ako. I mean, I guess he's one of the reasons kaya na-develop ko yung mental toughness ko now. As compared to yung high school ako, entering the PBA, parang yung mentality ko uh, nag-switch eh. Kasi
Oh.
parang di ka pwede kabahan sa laro eh. Kabado ka na kay coaching, kakabahan ka pa sa laro. So,
And I guess, Wami, no, other players like who could attest to that, na nasanay na Jericho Cruz, 'di ba? Wag na tayo lumayo, Big Bo Belga, yung mga yan na
Paulie,
dumaan kay Coach Yeng, and Paul Lee, 'di ba? And that's the reason why Coach Yeng is still one of the most respected coaches. I would say one of the most brilliant coaches, no, in Philippine basketball. And I say that as a matter of fact, na hindi lang sa pagkokrokis ng play, but even in molding players. And I would hear stories of players na matitrade na or what, na inaalagaan pa rin ni Coach Yeng. Kakausapin niya ng maayos, no, pag umabot na sa ganung point. And ako, personally, Wami, I tip my hat off to Coach Yeng Giao. And I think he did an awesome job also in molding you, no, extra molding you. Tuloy tayo sa kwentuhan natin ng PBA. Terra Firma Jeep ka na. I think would you say you found your team, na yung place mo dito, yung role mo dito, because hanep tong Bubble 2.0 mo, talagang for a particular week, ano? Ikaw ang paboritong pag-usapan namin ng press noon, eh.
thank you so much. I guess of course the credit has to go to the coaching staff kasi during our first 4 games, yung offense namin was mostly pick and rolls. And it was very predictable na. Alam na ng team na I would go pick and roll. They would know what to do na. But once we got to the bubble, they switched up the offense from me having the ball off the pick and roll. They took the ball out of me and I was doing off ball. I was coming out of staggered screens, stock screens, pin downs, and I think that's one of the reasons as to why I was able to do what I did, and that definitely credit to the coaching staff and of course yung teammates ko kasi I mean they were so unselfish at the time eh. Of course people would remember yung 9 3-pointers ko, but ako personally what I remember was Eric Camson giving me the extra pass, Rashawn hitting the big shot, Matt Ganuel looking for me all the time, Aldrich Ramos Gabayni setting me good screens, and I don't think I would have made those points if they weren't doing those unselfish stuff.
And nabanggit mo yun, no? Eric Camson giving you that extra pass. We all know that Eric Camson is in himself a good shooter. Tapos,
Yes, exactly.
hinahanap ka, sineset up ka, di ba?
Yeah, yeah. That's why yung sacrifice nila just to get me those
Sorry,
open shots. Yes, sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, no, hindi. Pasensya ka na. Mukhang nagpuputol-putol lang yung internet
Ah,
natin. Pasensya na po kayo. It really happens. I don't know why. Baka po sa akin yan. But continue lang tayo. So I was saying, these people, they recognize yung magandang performance mo, and they kept on feeding it to you, and then
yes,
you responded well. You responded
yes.
well in Bubble 2.0.
Yeah. My job was easy na eh. It was just to make the shots, and those shots that I was making, I would practice that every before practice. So I wasn't taking shots that I wasn't used to, and I was very used to it. So that's why it was easy for me. What they did, the credit has to go to them because the way they set me up, the way they cheered for me, the way they rooted for me after the game. It was like parang ano like wow, we're a different team, parang ganun. Felt
Wami,
good.
pumasok ka ng bubble, di ba?
Yeah.
Pumasok ka ng bubble, nag-usap pa tayo nun, tinawagan kita nun when you were inside the bubble. What kept you sane inside the bubble?
Oh,
Because you mentioned earlier nung top of the show natin na homebody ka, you like being at home, you like being around family. But in that stint sa Bubble 2.0, no, balik ulit kayo sa loob. What kept you sane inside? Anong mga ginawa mo activities that made sure na you were okay the whole time you were inside the bubble?
I guess during that bubble as compared to the previous bubble, ito kasi we stayed in a villa eh. Unlike the last time we were just in our rooms, in our hotel room, barely hung out with each other. But this time, ang hina ng internet, so you had to go down just to get access to the internet. So we were spending most of our times together, and I got too comfortable with them. I got to, I mean, like in a way na I trusted them. That's why yung
Mm.
Wami na kilala ng family ko, nalabas ko doon kasi parang I saw them as my family na rin during the bubble. And I was not trying to be emotional or ano, alam mo yun. It's just how it felt then. Especially with towards Eric, Aldridge, Bonbon Batelier, and everyone talaga. As in, it felt good. It felt good, and it felt like we were a family inside that villa. Even the coaching staff, like I usually don't get close to the coaching staff because out of respect lang. Parang
Oo.
ayoko lang to be like comfortable and to show my kulit side. But with them, it felt good. It felt good that I was hanging out with my coaches. And it was the first time na talagang nag-hang out ako with the coaching staff. And very sila, open-minded, and they didn't treat anyone differently. And I think that's the good thing about our team.
Mami,
Okay, Wami, yes
you're
sir,
still there. Ayan, naputol ulit tayo. Sorry ah.
yes yes, you cheeky.
No, sorry.
Oh,
Napuputol
oh
lang
yeah.
yung internet. Sorry, I thought you were. Go ahead, continue.
I was talking about the coaching staff being open-minded, being chill off the court, parang parang barkada ba, ganun. But syempre, during game time, during practices, the respect has to be there. But off the court, they they didn't treat us like as if they are coaches. Parang trinato kami, barkada kami. And it felt good kasi, like I said, like I never really hung out with the coaching staff out of respect, but with this team, sama-sama kami eh. Like there was no factions, there was no group. Everyone, if you want to hang out with the locals, the Philams would hang out. If the locals wanted to hang out with the Philams, they would always welcome us with open arms. And I think the reason as to why we were able to win 4 games and be able to perform well in the bubble is because of the chemistry that we built.
Love it. I love it. Alam mo, bago ako magtanong sa next question mo, kung sa mga viewers po natin, kung may mga kilala po kayo sa Converge, sana po mapaabot nyo ito kay Mr. Buboy Romero ha. Nagbabayad kami ng 100 Mbps. Pero, ha, sus Mariano Indo, sayang, ang ganda ng sharing ni Wami. Sa tuwing maganda yung kukwento niya, pumipitik yung internet. Kasi katabi ko na yung router dito, tapos wala naglalaro ng Fortnite or ng PlayStation
Ng
dito.
COD.
Wala. So, sorry ah. Converge, kung nanonood kayo, please naman, tulungan niyo naman kami. Sayang eh. Sayang itong inspiring story natin eh. 100 Mbps pa naman ito. Mariano. Oh, okay. 30 years young. Mami, you're 30 years young. Para kang roller coaster yung basketball mo, no?
Yes, totoo.
Faith and family. Faith and family. Pananampalataya at pamilya. how crucial are these two things, two factors, or two elements in your life and career? Bago tayo magpunta sa
Uh,
last segment natin.
with faith, that's because I have a strong faith in God. It's because of my grandparents, my lolo and si Bol. They're very religious and they would always pray for me. And I got that from them. And in terms of my game, like when I scored the first two games when I played well, parang it felt like a divine intervention. Parang sabi ko, parang di naman ako to ah. Parang never naman nangyari sa PBA to sa akin eh. And it felt like it was God. It was parang I would always tell my girlfriend, si Ara, I'd always tell her, parang si God ata naglaro para sa akin at that time eh. And like with all seriousness, I would tell her that parang si God ata naglaro nun kasi I parang the way it felt like I felt so loose. The confidence was there. And like every shot I threw, parang feel ko papasok, and I never experienced that in my previous game. So and up until now, I feel like um, it's because of God. That's why I'm here. I'm getting to do what I'm doing. Like I lost my faith when I went down, but the fact is God put me in that situation to learn and to be a better person, a better basketball player, and so the people out there who probably experiencing or experience the same thing I did, don't lose faith. Like God is testing you. God is it's an opportunity to figure out who you really are as a person and as a basketball player, I guess. And with my family, very thankful to my family because they've always been there with me. And when I
Mm.
talk about my family, I'm just not talking about my blood relatives. I'm talking about also my close friends, the two fans that are now my part of my family, my inner circle. They've always been there for me, even when I was down. Even though I got a lot of hate, I got a lot of doubters. Sila yung parang naging inspiration ko because they believed in me. They never lost faith in me. They always believed that I was the best player in the PBA. So and I think my success is because of them. I don't think I succeed by myself. Of course, you always need people around you supporting you in order for you to reach success and greatness.
Hanep, I have to say, Tito Alvin, Tita Dina, Lola Divine, and to all your other grandparents, and you guys did an awesome job, no? That you raised, and I will say this, no, matatawa ka dito, Wami. You raised a perfectly imperfect, 'di ba? Person dahil ikaw umamin ka na may mga flaws ka when you were growing up, but you were able to address these because of faith and because of how yung family mo supported you throughout. And ang ganda nung kwento mo eh. Chick, bumabalik ako nung dati na bangko muna, sikat, bangko, sisikat, bangko,
Yeah,
sisikat. And I guess may reason yun, no, Wam, na ganun yung cycle mo. Kasi,
yeah,
tinan mo ngayon, at 30, you're back in the PBA. You are back
yeah.
as a good point guard in the PBA.
And I don't think it's possible without, of course, faith in God and my family. And when I say family, I'm just not talking about my blood relatives. And they know naman who they are. They know who they're
Oo.
my close friends. Yeah. So, like,
At
kasi
totoo.
like one time,
Oh, go ahead, go
like,
ahead. One time.
I was talking to my skill trainer, si Mark Jelly.
Oh,
Sabi
yeah.
niya sa akin, wow, ang ganda ng linalaro mo. Sabi ko, Coach, hindi yan possible kung hindi tayo nag-workout. Hindi mo ako tinulungan kung hindi ka naniwala sa akin. Sabi niya, hindi, ikaw lang yan. Sabi ko sa kanya, ang success, hindi ma-achieve yan ng tao without other people supporting and believing in them. Parang, parang, it's not an individual thing. The success, you have to bring along people with you. And, and sila talaga yung nag jumpstart sa'yo. And that's my belief.
Wow. We're nearing the end of our show. Dalawang short segments na lang, and alam kong natutuwa po kayo. Thank you for everyone who stayed with us. Wami, the next segment I've entitled it as On to the Next.
Yes.
Okay, on to the next. Dahil patapos na yung konferensya, nasa semifinals na tayo, off-season na ang Terra Firma. But, di ba sabi ni Kome, mukhang in place pa yung November start natin ang next conference. Sana matuloy siya. Quick question lang, how do you stay in shape? You're at home now. Etong disgrasya, papasok pa ang malapit na ang Pasko. Parating na ang mga hamon. So,
Goodies.
how do you stay in shape inside the house? Do you go out? May practices na ba ang Terra Firma? How does Juami maintain that level of fitness?
I was actually, a funny story, I was planning to not do anything for a week kasi medyo strenuous nga yung ginawa namin. Medyo stressful yung sunod-sunod na games. But then, I see people working out eh. I see people working out on my Instagram. And nagkaka-ano ako eh, like, anxiety ba? Parang, lumalabas yung
Nagigilty ka rin, nagigilty ka.
lumalabas yung competitiveness ko. Lumalabas yung competitiveness ko. So, as pagkatapos ng bubble, I just took 3 days off. Nag-workout agad ako. Tapos,
Wow.
very, very, 3 days off and then I started to jog. I'm in contact with our strength and conditioning coach, what I could do. Kasi I take this opportunity seriously eh. Sayang eh, kasi I know what I've been through and ayoko na bumalik doon eh. So, I don't want to take anything for granted. So, that's why, and very fortunate ako na we have our own private gym. Terra Firma has its own gym. So, I get to shoot there and work on my game and improve on my weaknesses. So ngayon pa lang nag-workout na ako kasi I see yung mga peers ko working out. Lumalabas yung competitiveness.
Anong plano? What's in store for the Jeep Terra Firma? What should the fans expect? Yung mga lalo na yung fans ng Terra Firma if matuloy yung ating November conference, yung second conference for the season.
Hopefully we give the same energy, same competitiveness. Sana yung chemistry will still be there. Just because I wouldn't call it a success the last bubble kasi we didn't make the playoffs. You know, the goal was to make the playoffs and hopefully the next bubble if bubble ulit. Hopefully we make the playoff and it won't be easy. There's a lot of work to be done individually and as a team and you know I myself and the team look forward to the challenges up ahead. And we're excited of course kasi we just have fun, no pressure.
I'm down to my last question before the funny part natin. May funny part tayo ito. Di ko kwento sa ito.
Di mo sinabi.
Meron akong funny part dito. Pero ito muna last. Last question. Coach Jamaic, Miko Halili coined you as Magic Tiongson way back in high school. Juami, is the bag of tricks ni Juan Miguel Tiongson still full? Will we see more of the magic from Juami in the conferences to come, in the seasons of the PBA to come? Meron pa ba? Meron pa bang bit-bit ng Juami the Magic Tiongson?
Yes, definitely meron pa. But of course, just like with everything, I have to continue to work for it. Hindi naman yan dating if mag-relax ako, if I just rely on my confidence. It doesn't happen that way. I have to work for it and continue to work for it. And, you know, through God's grace, hopefully, andun pa rin. And I will definitely work for it. I love what I do.
Galing. Bago kita pasalitain ng mensahe mo sa followers mo tsaka sa family mo, dito muna tayo sa ating fun portion. May fun portion po kami na tinatawag naming Hot 6. Patay ka dito, Wami. Hot 6, okay? Kung saan, I'll be asking you a series of questions and I want you to answer top of mind. Bawal ka mag-isip. Dapat top of mind. Ano yung sagot mo agad? Okay? Here we go. Una.
May time left ko ba? Just right away.
Wala naman, pero pe-pressure kita. Hot 6 eh. Okay. Sino ang nag-welcome sa'yo sa PBA? Meaning nag-welcome no pagbagong game mo. Sino?
Bo Belga.
Ang dami ng Bo Belga sumasagot sa show namin. Talaga?
Bo Belga. Sinabi ko yun sa kanya like magda-down pick siya sa akin eh. Sino niya ako dito sa lalamunan. Tapos after the game naman, Oh, sa Adam's Apple, ginanon talaga ako. I was with Blackwater pa.
Tapos,
Second game namin yun against Rainer Shine. Tapos after ng game, sabi ko, Kuya Bo, winalagam mo naman agad ako. Natawa siya. Friendly naman yun off the court eh. On the court lang. Similar sa level ni coaching na intimidating.
oh naman,
Pero off the court.
oh naman. Okay, question number 2. Toughest guy to guard sa PBA.
Given na yung elite names like Kiefer, Terence Romeo, I would like to give underrated guy naman si I'd say Anjo Karam. Kasi he makes you work on offense and then defensively, ang
Talaga?
kulit niya. Oo, sobrang kulit. So offensively, pagod ka na magbaba ng bola kasi grabe mag-pressure. Andun siya parati sa harap mo. Tapos offensively naman, aatakihin ka niya, bilis niya, matalino maglaro. So gusto ko magbigay naman ng underrated guy. So I'd say Anjo Karam. And it shows naman right now
I have to agree. Anjo Karam.
it shows in
Ano
its
yun?
game right now.
Defensive versions. Pero, lang. Ito, Anjo Karam o Eman Monfort? Bantayan.
Sabihin ko lang, bias ako. So, Eman.
Iba yung Eman, ano? Parang lahat
Iba.
yata ng parte ng katawan ni Eman may muscle, ano?
Lahat. Mukha niya, leeg niya.
Kung nagsabi niya na, Eman, kaibigan naman namin si Eman.
Shout out, Eman. Pero Eman and si Anjo, sobrang similar maglaro. Sobrang similar.
Physical, ano? Physical sila maglaro.
Okay. Matalino pa.
Ito, third, sa Hot 6 natin. Gusto ko mag-mention ka ng best 5 mo sa PBA. Hindi kasama yung team. Obviously, ayaw kong isama mo yung Terra Firma. Okay, outside Terra Firma, best 5 mo sa PBA, all time, pwede kang mag-old school kahit wala pang 3-point shot nun. Okay, best 5. At point guard, sino?
Johnny Abariento.
Johnny A. Dos.
Si coach ko, in NLEX, si Jolas.
Jolas. Tres.
CJ Perez.
CJ Perez pa ang tres mo, ha? Okay, 4.
4.
Dali. Top of mind nga eh. Oh, hala.
Center muna.
Oh, sentro muna. 5.
Junmar, of course.
Junmar, 4.
4 Japet.
Japet. So you got Johnny A, Jolas, CJ, Japet, and Junmar.
Para mix old school and the players now.
Solid yan. Lalo yung Johnny A and Jolas mo. Okay. Pang-4, other talents na meron si Juami na hindi sports-related na hindi alam ng tao.
Marunong ako magmotor. Hindi ko alam kung sport yan. Yeah.
Yung asin motor na may clutch, yung ano?
Yes.
Big bike?
Actually, yun yung, big bike. Yun yung hobby ko ngayon. I get to spend time with my family kasi kahit sila nag-big bike. So, it's a good bonding experience with them.
Okay. Sweetest thing na ginawa mo para sa iyong girlfriend. Okay, Ara, no? Ara, did I say it right?
Yes, Ara. Existing. Just to exist in my life.
Sweetest thing. Sabi ni Tito Darren, wala daw, oh. Ayan.
Meron naman, of course. Just, I guess, the quality time I spend with her. Kasi, she's my best friend. Alam niya yun. Like, every time something goes wrong in my life, whether basketball or, I would always go to her and I would always like to spend time with her. And love siya ng mommy ko and my family. So, I guess my quality time with her is not like sweetest thing I could give her and the sweetest thing I did for her.
Naks. Sana si Ara kinilig doon na. Sabi pala Tito Darren, wala ka daw ibang talent. Sabi ni Tito Darren yun, ha?
Oh, totoo. Alam niyo yun. Wala talaga. Kata
Okay.
wala. Acting, wala.
Huli na. Panghuli na ito. Funniest thing that happened to you sa basketball career mo? Yung talagang bloopers ba ito or hindi mo makakalimutang kwela na nangyari sa'yo?
Ito, nang nangyari nung bata pa ako. Pagka off the free throw first time ko pa lang maglaro, I was very young. Naalala ko pa yun, sa Merville nangyari. Nag-free throw yung kalaban namin. Ako naka-rebound. Sinut ko dun sa bucket nila. Tapos, sobrang saya ko, sinisigaw ako, like, parang nag-champion ako. Tapos yun pala, na-shoot ko pala sa kalaban.
Nangyayari yan. Buti na lang sa akin, hindi pa. And that's the Hot 6 para dito kay Juami Tiongson. And ayan, mukhang wala na yatang baterya yung ano mo, pads mo. No? Let's
Sir,
check ha. Okay pa
hello.
ba? Okay pa yung pads
Di
mo?
ko po kayo marinig.
Ako, hindi mo marinig. Let's check it again. Can you hear me now? Yun lang, yun lang. Nandito na tayo sa last portion. Let's see, let's see. Ayos lang yan, ayos lang yan. We'll find out.
Di ko po kayo marinig, sir.
Pero
Wala
direct,
pong
can you hear me?
audio.
Yung at least check natin yung mga followers. Sila Majay, sila Tito Darren. Rinig niyo po ba ako? Kasi last portion na sayang naman, no? Ayun, sabi ni Majay, kay Huami yata yung may problem. So let's see. If you
Sorry, wala pong audio. Di ko po kayo marinig.
ayan. Sige lang, no problem. Ibabalik natin 'yan. As long as sige lang Wami, if you could hear me as pag mapaltan mo na 'yang thank you Edu. Thank you Tito Darren. As long as sige lang Wami, if you could hear me as Rinig mo na ako, Wam? Thank you Edu. Thank you Tito Darren. As long as sige lang Wami. Let's check.
Sorry, Sir Chippy. I'm just using the live audio na lang off of Facebook.
Sige lang. Ganto na lang, i-message natin. Mami, i-off mo na lang yung off mo na lang yung Facebook and then we'll message you on my last question. Si Direk ayan, in out muna si Wami. We'll bring him back in. Don't worry guys, we'll bring Wami back in. Pero bago yan, shout out muna ako sa mga friends natin. Marjorie, maraming salamat. Exal, hindi pa tapos ha. We'll bring Huami back in dahil may final question pa kami. Edu, thank you. Tito Darren, Meleza, thank you. Lahat po ng nanood. Tito Alvin, Tita Dina, Lola Divine, Amy. Nakakakilig yung she's my best friend. And alam niya yon. Ay, totoo Amy, no? Nakakatuwa pag ganyan yung mga sinasabi tulad nila Huami. Ito pa, let's read new comments. Ning Rojas family from Chicago. Thank you. I got family from Chicago too and I know it's early there. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Mami, you're back.
Yes, hello Kuya Chiki. I can hear you clearly now again.
Okay. So, it's okay. It happens. Sabi ko nga, parang kwentuhan lang ito. Mami, we're at the end of the show and I know we went beyond by 40 minutes. Pasensya na po kayo. 1 hour lang dapat ito. But I had fun. I hope you had fun too. Ma'am, before we end the show, I'd like to give you this opportunity to give your message to, of course, sa iyong partner in life, sa iyong girlfriend kay Ara, sa family mo who supported you, sa fans mo na talagang dumikit sa iyo through thick and thin, yung mga classmates mo, lahat. And also, Mami, baka pwedeng magbigay ka rin ng mensahe sa mga nanonood sa atin na baka may pinagdadaanan because of this pandemic.
Yes.
And because of this show, dahil narinig ka nila yung hopeful story mo, na-touch mo yung buhay nila and they said, alam mo, life is worth living. Life is worth na hindi ka mag-give up. And I'd like them to hear from you na hindi man pare-pareho yung pinagdaanan natin, pero mahirap din yung pinagdaanan mo. And I think that would be a nice conclusion sa show natin. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give the microphone, I give the solo screen to Juan Miguel Tiongson or sa aming mga tenista na tawag naming Magic Tiongson. Juami, go ahead.
I just want to say, just want to greet my family first and foremost. Thank you for the love and support you give me. Hindi ko na kayo isa-isahin kasi sobrang dami nyo. But of course, to the people, I forget to mention like Ibaan, my family in Ibaan, my family in Chicago, my family in LBC. Thank you for your love and support. I don't think I achieved anything if not for you guys. And of course, the 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 person, I wouldn't say person, but God. Thank you, God, for these opportunities, for the lessons I've learned in the past and the lessons I'll be learning in the future. thank you for everything you give me. And to the fans and the viewers who are watching and listening, thank you for your time. I hope you're having a good Saturday. I hope you're with your family and the people you love, because there's no one. It's like life is so good because of our family and the people we love. We live because of them. Um, and to the people who are going through something and will go through something, don't give up. Like life is supposed to be hard. If you think life is unfair, it's unfair. It's unfair to everyone. Like life is fair because life is unfair. So if you're going through something, going through someone, if you guys you could freely message me. Hindi naman ako snob. Um, alam yan ng mga tao na nagbe-message sa akin. If you going through something, maybe we could talk about it, maybe we could pray about it, and and uh and always look forward to life, because parang the storm, it doesn't last long, it doesn't last forever. What we're going through right now, at the end of the tunnel, it's always worth it. And life is good. You have to think life is good. You have to think positively, and especially coming from me, out of I'm a pessimist person. I always have anxieties, pero I do something about it, and there's no one else who can help you but yourself. And then there will always be people out there who love you and support you, and I'm one of them. And if you need to chat, I would love to chat. And I again thank you for the support and love, and always pray. God is always around us. He's with us. And He will never leave us. So again, thank you, and one big fight.
I love the end. One big fight. Tama yan. Thank you very much, Juami Tiongson. And I guess it's a fitting end para sa ating napakagandang episode, The Magic of Tiongson. Ang aming next show po, Wami, stay with me, sabay na tayo mag-close ng show. Ang aming next show po, abangan nyo po sa announcement namin sa Facebook page po ng Sports Talk na Loaded. Please do follow us, share and like. And if you like this show, share nyo po sa iba para ma-inspire po sila. And nangako na po si Wami, the bag of tricks, the magical bag of tricks, it's not yet empty, it's full. Abangan nyo po sa next konferensya dahil sigurado ako itong dating nag-aral dyan sa may paaralan sa may Katipunan na nanggaling pa ho sa CSA na tinatawag na Juami, the Magic Tiongson, marami pa hong paiiyakin ng mga player at marami pang ipapakita sa PBA. On behalf of my director, Nick Earnshaw, our special guest, Juan Miguel, Juami, the Magic Tiongson, ako po si Chiki Reyes, nagsasabing maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Happy weekend po sa inyo lahat. Stay safe, stay home, pray, and please, stay locked and loaded. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.